Hello students, myself Bafna ma'am. Today we will be taking the video of rights and liabilities in case of joint promises. Okay? See, here rights and liabilities of a joint promises. Whoever have made a joint promises, their rights and liabilities according to the law, we will see what are the rights and liabilities. Now, devolution means passing over from one person to another person. Okay? So, when two or more person make a joint promise to other or others, they are known as joint promises. Okay? Two or more person make a joint promise to others or other. They are known as joint promises. Now, if a promise made to two or more person, they are called joint promises. Okay? Joint promiser and joint promises. Joint promisers, joint liability. When there is a joint promiser, there is a joint liability. Liability will be also a joint. Okay? See, we will see here. There are certain legal rules which govern liabilities of joint promises, which are as follows. First is, all promiser must jointly fulfill the promise. See, according to section 42 of this act, when two or more persons have made a joint promise, then unless a contrary intention appears by the contract, unless there is a different intention which appears by the contract, all such person during joint lives, and after the death of any of them, his legal representatives jointly with the survivor or survivors, after the death of last survivors, his representative of jointly must fulfill the promise. If there are two or more person who have made a joint promise, unless the intention appears by the contract, all such person, जो दो और ज़्यादा से इंसान है, वो सब इंसान जो जीवित रहते हुए भी अगर उनकी मृत्यु हो गई, तो अगर एकाध लोग की इतने सारे जॉइंट जो पार्टनर्स है, जॉइंट जो प्रॉमिसर्स है, उनकी एकाध की मृत्यु हो गई है, जिस पार्टनर की, जिस प्रॉमिसर की मृत्यु हुई है, उसका लीगल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव या एजेंट जो सर्वाइवर दूसरे जो प्रॉमिसर्स है या पार्टनर्स है, उनके साथ फुलफिल करना चाहिए प्रॉमिस को. ओके, नाउ वी विल सी एन एग्जांपल हियर. P and Q and R are the joint promisers. P, Q, R. These are joint promisers. Okay, all of them should fulfill their promise. Okay, these three should fulfill their promise. After the death of any of them, his legal representative, whoever is the legal representative of all jointly should fulfill the said promise. This legal representative jointly with the survivors should fulfill the promise, said promise. Okay, understood? So again, next we will see, any one of the joint promiser may be compelled to perform the promise. See, when two or more person make a joint promise, the promisee, in the absence of express agreement to the contrary, compel any one or more of the joint promiser to perform whole of the promise. So in other words, we can tell here the liability of the joint promiser is joint and several. यहाँ पे जो joint promiser है, उनकी जो liability है वो joint में और several में है. That means their obligation to perform is jointly as well as individually. यानी जब joint promiser होते हैं, उनका जो obligation है, यानी उनकी जो दायित्व है, जो duty है, वो jointly होती है और साथ साथ में individually भी होती है. So any one of the joint promiser may be compelled to perform the promise. यहाँ पे तो joint तो होता ही है, लेकिन any one उसकी भी responsibility होती है. यानी joint है तो सारा दिन joint में ही नहीं करना है. We will see one example here. P, Q and R jointly promise to pay 3 lakh to S. S may compel either P or Q or R or any of them to pay him 3 lakh rupees. Okay. Here, next point we will see right of contribution between the joint promisor. See, where a joint promisor has been compelled to perform the whole promise, he may compel every other joint promisor to contribute equally with himself to performance of the promise unless contrary intention appears from the contract. Okay, the right of contribution between the joint promisor. ऐसे तो कुछ भी परफॉर्म करना है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को तो जॉइंट ही करना है. तो ही में कंपेल, अगर ऐसा नहीं बोला जाएगा कि भाई एक को ही जब जॉइंट प्रोमिसर है तो वेयर ए जॉइंट प्रोमिसर हैज बीन कंपेल्ड टू परफॉर्म द होल प्रॉमिस, he may compel every other joint promisor to contribute equally with himself. जब joint promisor है उसको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को परफॉर्म करना है तो एक इंसान फुल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाएगा, तो ही हैव टू कंपेल ईच एंड एवरी अदर जॉइंट प्रोमिसर कि भाई आप भी अदर प्रोमिसर है, आप भी मुझे कंट्रीब्यूट इक्वली करें परफॉर्मेंस के लिए जो भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, बिकॉज ही हैड प्रॉमिस टू परफॉर्म हिज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अनलेस एंड कॉन्ट्ररी इंटेंशन अपीयर्स फ्रॉम द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. अनलेस अगर कुछ डिफरेंट है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में जॉइंट प्रोमिसर में कि भाई एक इंसान वो इक्वली डेडिकेशन नहीं कर पाएगा तो देन दैट इज ओके. अदरवाइज he has the other joint promisor have equally binding contribution होता है कि भाई वो परफॉर्मेंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को परफॉर्म करे. The fourth is release of a joint promisor. See, a promisee may release any of the such joint promisor from his liability. एक जो प्रॉमिसी रहता है वो रिलीज कर सकता है. कोई जॉइंट प्रॉमिसर है तो उसमें तो एक आध बंदे को रिलीज कर सकता है, प्रॉमिसी है वो एक आध बंदे को रिलीज कर सकता है फ्रॉम हिज लायबिलिटी, बट सच प्रॉमिसर इज नॉट रिलीज फ्रॉम हिज लायबिलिटी टू हिज को प्रॉमिसर एज ही इज लायबल इक्वली विथ अदर्स. Nor does release of one of the joint promisor release the other joint promisor from their liability to perform contract. Okay. See, we will see the example. What is the example? Here, fourth is we will see the example. A, B and C. They are jointly over debt to D. Okay. D releases A from his liability. He releases A from his liability and files a suit against B and C. He files a suit against B and C for the payment of the debt. B and C are not released. These B and C are not released from their liability, nor does A discharge from the liability or to B and C for contribution. See, this person can release this person, but B and C will not release A because his liability is to discharge for the contribution. He has to contribute for this 3 person. Okay, so A discharged from his liability to B and C for contribution. Okay, so he has to give the contribution between these two people. So again we will see here A, B and C jointly owe a debt to D. D releases A from his liability and files a suit against B and C for the payment of debt. B and C are not released from their liability, nor does A discharge from his liability to B and C for contribution. He has to contribute this B and C. Understood? Okay. We will see next what is joint rights. See, when a promise is made to 2 or more persons, the person to whom promise is made are known as joint promises. Say example, P, Q and R are the joint owners of a particular flat. This is a flat. P, Q and R. P, Q and R are the joint owners of a particular flat. This particular flat. And they let it to S. This is S. To pay 2,000 to them. 2,000 to them every month. Here P, Q and R are joint promisee. See here these 3 are joint promisee. They are joint promisees. So example See, these examples are found in partners, member of Hindu joint family. So when a person has made a promise to two or more person jointly, see, this person has made a promise to two or more person jointly, unless and contrary intention appears from the contract, the right to claim performance rests as between him and them. See, right to claim between him and them, okay? With them during the joint lives. And after the death of any of them, with a representative of such deceased person, jointly with the survivors. See if they are survivors, and after the death of the last survivor with the representative of jointly, they have to perform the promise. Okay. Again, we will see one example. A, in consideration of 5,000 rupees lent to him by B and C. See, this is A. In consideration of 5,000 rupees lent to him by B and C. See, this is B and C. Promises B and C jointly to repay them that sum with an interest on a specified. Okay. B dies here. The right to claim performance rests in B's representative. See, this is B's representative. So, the right to claim performance rests in B's representative. He have to claim jointly with C and jointly with C and C's life after the death of C. C's representative of B and C jointly. See, they have to, both of them have to claim here the money of 5,000 rupees. Okay. Therefore, it is clear that in a case of a joint promise, see, in this case of a joint promise, they cannot file a suit separately for the recovery of the portion of the death. This both of them cannot file a suit separately. See, all promises should file a suit jointly. If any of them refuses to join the suit, then such promises should be made defendant to the suit. Okay. Next, time and place of performance. See, what is the time and place of performance? The time and place of a performance of the contract are the matter to be determined by the agreement entered into between the parties to the contract. Okay, the parties entered into contract, they have to tell the time and place. When no time is specified, अगर time specify नहीं किया है, where the time for the performance is not specified in a contract and the promisor has undertaken to perform without being asked by the promisee, अगर promisor ने परफॉर्म करने के लिए टास्क उठाया है विदाउट बीइंग आस्क्ड बाय द promisee, the contract must be performed within a reasonable time. जो भी कुछ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है उसमें रीजनेबल टाइम स्पेसिफाई नहीं किया आगे वालों ने, तो एक रीजनेबल टाइम, उसी टाइम में आपको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कंप्लीट करना है. बट अभी क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट ये होगा कि रीजनेबल टाइम क्या है. सो इट डिपेंड अपॉन द सर्कमस्टेंसेस ऑफ द केस, द यूसेज ऑफ द बिजनेस, कि भाई बिजनेस किस प्रकार का है, सर्कमस्टेंसेस किस प्रकार के हैं, द फैक्ट्स ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, कि भाई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में क्या क्या बातें लिखी हुई है, एंड द इंटेंशन ऑफ द पार्टीज, कि भाई उसकी इंटेंशन क्या है, रीजनेबल टाइम क्या है, कितने स्पेसिफाइड टाइम में कंप्लीट करना है एट द टाइम ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. से वेयर द टाइम इज स्पेसिफाइड, so where the time for performance is specified and the promisor has undertaken to perform it without being asked to do so by the promisee. Okay, the promisor in such case must perform his contract on specified day during the usual hour of the business and at a place where the promises ought to be performed. See, where the time is specified by the promisor or promisee, the promisor in such case must perform his contract ऑन दैट स्पेसिफाइड डे, यानी संडे को उसमें संडे एक्सक्लूड किया है. स्पेसिफाइड डे क्या है कि अगर संडे है तो संडे को भी करना पड़ेगा. ड्यूरिंग द यूजुअल हावर ऑफ द बिजनेस, यानी सर्विस क्लास के लोग आप देख सकते हैं सुबह 9 से लेकर रात को 8 बजे तक काम करते हैं. सो दैट इज ए यूजुअल हावर्स है. एंड एट ए प्लेस, किस स्थान पे, वेयर द प्रोमिस इज ऑट टू बी परफॉर्म्ड, यानी मेरा जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, मैंने जो प्रॉमिस किया है, आप उसकी तरह उस पद्धति से, यानी उस यूजुअल वे से आप प्रॉमिस को परफॉर्म करेंगे. ओके. एंड नेक्स्ट इज ऑन एप्लीकेशन फॉर परफॉर्मेंस बाय promisee. See, where a contract is to be performed on a certain day, and the promisor has not undertaken to perform it without the application by the promisee. See, when the contract is performed on a certain day, एक contract है उसको perform करना है certain day, and the promisor has not undertaken to perform it, the promisor ने undertaken ही नहीं किया, यानी लिया ही नहीं उस task को perform करने के लिए, without application by the promisee, the application ही नहीं लिया है promisee से, the promisee in such case must apply for performance at a proper place. So in such case promisee को क्या करना पड़ेगा? He must apply for the performance of a proper place and within a usual hour of the business. What is proper time and place is question of fact in each case. It means the proper time and place will be determined on the basis of prevailing circumstances and in each case. तो promisee आके क्या करना पड़ेगा? promisor को पूछना पड़ेगा कि भाई usual hour, place किधर है, proper time क्या है, place है, तो it should be determined and prevailing circumstances should be there in each case. So on the application for performance by promisee, तो application देना पड़ेगा कि भाई किस प्रकार से मुझे किस स्थान पे promisee ने application देना पड़ेगा promisor को कि भाई किस स्थान पे किस place पे कौन से business hours में मुझे काम करना है. Okay? So next point here is where no place is fixed. अगर कुछ स्थान फिक्स नहीं है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं, जब कोई इंसान कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करता है कि भाई मुझे परफॉर्म करना है, अगर कोई व्हेन देयर इज़ नो प्लेस इज़ फिक्स्ड कि भाई कौन से प्लेस में मुझे ये काम करना है, परफॉर्म करना है. So where the place for the performance is not specified in a contract and the promise is to be performed without being asked by the promisee, अगर परफॉर्म करना है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को and it has and the promise is to be performed without being asked by promisee, in such case, तो in such case में क्या करना है? Promisor should ask promisee. Here promisor should ask promisee to fix a reasonable place and then he should perform the contract at the place fixed by the promisee. Okay? Clarity. The promisor should ask the promisee to fix a reasonable place. This should be kept into the mind. The fifth is manner or time performance. See, where the promisee prescribes a manner or time for performance, in such case, promised must be performed in the manner and at the time prescribed by the promisee. It should be performed in the way it is been prescribed by the promisee. जो promisee बोलता है उसी तरीके से उसी टाइम में करना है. तो सेक्शन 50 ये कहता है. So section 50 it is been told that it should be prescribed by the promisee. It should be done in the manner as it is been told. Now टाइम का क्या है? टाइम एज द एसेंस ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. अभी द टर्म एज द एसेंस ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मीन्स द टाइम इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर क्या है? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. सो एसेंशियल एलिमेंट एंड द कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग पार्टीज मस्ट परफॉर्म देयर रेस्पेक्टिव प्रोमिसेस विद इन द स्पेसिफाइड टाइम. स्पेसिफाइड टाइम में उनका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो है वो रेस्पेक्टिव प्रॉमिस उसको उसी टाइम में कंप्लीट करना है. एंड इन सच केसेस टाइम ऑफ द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मस्ट बी स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलोड. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में टाइम एक बहुत बड़ी महत्वता है एंड इट शुड बी स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलोड. समटाइम्स इट इज़ वेरी स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन्ड इन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. एक स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन किया जाता है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में दैट द टाइम इज एसेंशियल ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. बट इफ इट इज नॉट मेंशन इन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट then it can be gathered from the intention of the parties. So it should be gathered from the intention of the parties where time is the essence of the contract is a mixed question of the law and fact. See, in a commercial transaction, what it happens, the time is generally considered to be the essence of the contract. So therefore, in a contract for the sale or purchase of goods, where the price fluctuates rapidly in the market, for example, gold, the time and delivery of payment and goods are considered to be of the essence of the contract. Say time and delivery. For example, the goods which are supplied here, you can take cotton. The time and delivery is most important because today it is been different rate. Tomorrow again cotton का different rate होगा. Gold का आज different rate है. So time and delivery is very much important. Okay. So that is the essential element of the contract. Similarly, in construction contract, it is likely to be the essence of the contract. So Section 55 of Contract Act deals with the question of time as the essence of the contract and talks about the consequences of failure of the performance of the contract in time, which are given below. Okay, we will see when the time is the essence. What happens when the time is the essence? When the time is essence in the contract and the promisor fails to perform his obligation within the fixed time. See, if the promisor fails to perform his obligation, his duty within a fixed time, the contract becomes voidable at the option of the promisee. So when a time is the essence, so here it becomes voidable at the option of the promisee. अगर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में टाइम एसेंस है एंड द प्रोमिसर फेल्स टू परफॉर्म हिज ऑब्लिगेशन, अगर प्रोमिसर फेल हो गया है उसकी ड्यूटी निभाने में फिक्स टाइम में, तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बिकम्स वॉइडेबल. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को अवॉइड कर सकते हैं एट द ऑप्शन ऑफ द प्रोमिसी. सी इन सच केस द प्रोमिसी एक्सेप्ट्स द डिलेड परफॉर्मेंस. अगर प्रोमिसी एक्सेप्ट करता है कि भाई आप आगे वालों से डिले हो गया परफॉर्म करते करते, फिक्स्ड पीरियड टाइम से भी ऊपर चला गया है, अगर वो एक्सेप्ट करता है, he cannot claim compensation for any loss caused to him. Promisee cannot claim any compensation for any loss caused to him by such non-performance of the contract within the fixed period of the time. अगर प्रॉमिस एक्सेप्ट करता है डिले परफॉर्मेंस को, तो वो क्लेम नहीं कर सकता है कि उसको ये लॉस हुआ है, आपने ये काम नहीं किया है, तो ही कैनॉट क्लेम एनी कॉम्पनसेशन. बट इफ एट द टाइम ऑफ एक्सेप्टिंग द डिले परफॉर्मेंस, अगर उसने एक्सेप्ट किया है डिले परफॉर्मेंस, ही गिव्स नोटिस टू द प्रोमिसर ऑफ हिज इंटेंशन टू क्लेम कॉम्पनसेशन, देन ही कैन रिकवर फॉर इट. अगर but if at the time of accepting the delay performance he gives notice to the promisor of his intention to claim compensation, then he can recover for it. अगर वो accept भी कर रहा है and he gives notice to the promisor of his intention to claim compensation, then he can recover for it. Okay, so next is when time is not of the essence. See, when time is not of the essence of the contract and promisor fails to perform his duty within the fixed period of the time, does not makes the contract voidable. अगर उसमें टाइम एसेंस नहीं है कि भाई जो भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है उसमें टाइम एसेंस नहीं है, इट डज नॉट मेक द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वॉइडेबल. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वॉइड नहीं हो सकता है, बट वॉइडेबल नहीं हो सकता है, बट द प्रोमिसी इज एंटाइटल्ड टू कॉम्पनसेशन फॉर एनी लॉस कॉज टू हिम बाय सच फेल्यूर. अगर कुछ फेल्यूर हो गया है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में, तो प्रोमिसी कॉम्पनसेशन क्लेम कर सकता है. ओके, जनरली इन द कमर्शियल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इट इज प्रिज्यूम दैट द टाइम इज एसेंस ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. जनरल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में टाइम सबसे मेन महत्वता दी गई है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में. However, when time is made as the essence of the contract by subsequent notice, the notice ought to fix a reasonable long time requiring the other party to perform his contract. Okay, now we will see what is reciprocal promises and their performance. Reciprocal promises means क्या है? A promise in return for a promisee. Okay, कुछ प्रॉमिस किया है करने के लिए, तो रिटर्न में क्या आएगा? प्रॉमिस ही आएगा. सी व्हेन ए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कंसिस्ट ऑफ ए प्रॉमिस बाय वन पार्टी इन कंसिडरेशन ऑफ ए सिमिलर प्रॉमिस बाय अदर पार्टी. आप प्रॉमिस करते हैं, एक पार्टी प्रॉमिस करता है, तो कंसिडरेशन में सिमिलर प्रॉमिस अदर पार्टी भी सिमिलर प्रॉमिस करती है. सो इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज ए केस ऑफ रेसिप्रोकल प्रॉमिसेस. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 2 of subsection 1 of the Contract Act, promises which perform consideration, यानी जो भी कुछ promises किया है which forms a consideration or part of consideration for each other are called reciprocal promises. अभी एक example देखते हैं यहाँ पे. Such contract is nothing but an exchange of promises है. A promises to deliver goods to B. A promises delivers to good to B. कुछ गुड्स है यहाँ पे, ये प्रोमिसेस डिलीवर टू गुड टू बी. Okay, goods to B. And in consideration of that, B promises to pay certain price. उसमें B promise क्या करता है? certain price promise करता है of that goods to A. So in such contract, both the parties are, both the parties are, one is promisor and one is promisee. Okay, see here, these are promisor and promisee. Reciprocal promises may be divided into 3 categories. ये रेसिप्रोकल प्रोमिसेस में 3 कैटेगरी है. म्यूचुअल एंड डिपेंडेंट. इस कैटेगरी में क्या आता है? इन सच केस में क्या होता है? परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ वन पार्टी डिपेंड्स अपॉन द प्रायर परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ अदर पार्टी. यहाँ पे एक पार्टी रहता है, तो एक पार्टी कुछ भी परफॉर्म करता है तो वो कब का परफॉर्म करेगा? प्रायर परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ अदर पार्टी. तो ये पार्टी परफॉर्म करेगी तभी भी ये पार्टी परफॉर्म करेगी ना. सो देयर इज ए म्यूचुअल तो है पर डिपेंडेंट है, एक दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. यानी मैंने एग्जांपल दिया, एक गुड्स देता है तो दूसरा पैसा देता है. सो नेक्स्ट इज म्यूचुअल एंड इंडिपेंडेंट. फर्स्ट है म्यूचुअल तो है पर डिपेंडेंट है, यहाँ पे म्यूचुअल तो है पर इंडिपेंडेंट है. सो इन सच केस, इस केस में क्या होता है? ईच पार्टी मस्ट परफॉर्म हिज प्रॉमिस विदाउट वेटिंग फॉर द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द अदर पार्टी. सी एक पार्टी परफॉर्म करता है तो इंडिपेंडेंट है, दोनों इंडिपेंडेंट है, तो ही मस्ट परफॉर्म हिज प्रॉमिस. ये वेट नहीं कर सकता है यहाँ पे. सो देर इज नो वेटिंग पीरियड हियर. ही हैज टू परफॉर्म हिज प्रॉमिस एंड इक्वली he cannot wait for other performance. Equally even he has to do his work. So the each party must perform his promise without waiting for the performance of the other party. यहाँ पे. So third is mutual and concurrent. First mutual and dependent, second is mutual and independent, and third is mutual and concurrent. Mutual and concurrent में क्या होता है? In such case, promises of both the parties are to be performed simultaneously. See, these are both party. It has to be performed simultaneously. The performance of the contract must be simultaneously. Sale of goods on cash basis. यहाँ पे कुछ goods supply किया है, एक goods supply करता है, दूसरा cash लेता है. Okay? Now, reciprocal promises to be performed simultaneously. See, whatever the reciprocal promises are there, it should be performed simultaneously, yani mutual and dependent promises. See, when a contract consists of reciprocal promises to be simultaneously performed, yani equally perform karna hai, no promiser need to perform his promise unless the promise is ready and willing to perform his reciprocal promise. Okay? We will see here the example. What is the example here? A and B contract that A shall deliver goods to B. See, A and B. There is a contract between A and B. A shall deliver goods to B. He will deliver the goods to B. Okay? To be paid for by B on delivery. And B को पे करना है A को. Okay, on delivery. A need not deliver the goods unless B is ready and willing to pay for the goods on the delivery. Understood? A need not pay the A को goods देने की जरूरत नहीं है जब तक B बोलता नहीं है कि मैं उसको पैसा नहीं दूंगा करके. So there is a simultaneous promises. This is called reciprocal promises. A and B contract that A shall deliver goods to B to be paid for by B on delivery. A need not deliver the goods unless B is ready and willing to pay for the goods on delivery. अगर अभी भी इंस्टेंट एक हो सकता है इसमें, this is B and this is A. B need not pay for the goods if A is ready and willing to deliver them on payment. If A is ready and willing to deliver them on payment. Okay? Understood? B need not pay for the goods unless A is ready and willing to deliver them on payment. So this is called reciprocal promise to be performed simultaneously. Second is order of performance of reciprocal promise. See, where the order in which reciprocal promises are to be performed is expressly fixed by the contract. They shall be performed in that order, and where the order is not expressly fixed by the contract, they shall be performed in that order which the nature of the transaction requires. यहाँ पे एक एग्जांपल देखती हूँ मैं. हाँ, A and B contract. A and B contract that A should build a house for B at a fixed price. He should build a house. A should build a house at a fixed price. He should build a house for B at a fixed price. What may be the fixed price? Fixed price. Okay? Fixed price. A's promise to build the house. A's promise to build the house must be performed before B's promise to pay for it. So he is going to pay for it. Understood? अगर B प्रॉमिस करता है कि मैं पैसा दूंगा तो ये परफॉर्म कर सकता है घर बनाने के लिए. So this is called order of performance of reciprocal promise. See, where the order in which reciprocal promises are to be performed. यहाँ पे reciprocal promise क्या है? एक बोलता है कि मैं घर कंस्ट्रक्शन करके दूंगा, दूसरा बोलता है मैं पे करूंगा उसका कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए. तो यहाँ पे reciprocal promise है. तो it should be performed in expressly fixed by the contract. वहाँ पे where the order in which, उसी order पे, and it should be performed, this reciprocal should be performed in expressly fixed by the contract. They shall be performed in that order, and it should be performed in that order only. Where the order is not expressly fixed by the contract, अगर उसमें order नहीं लिखा है कि भाई इस तरीके से नहीं करना है, then they shall be performed in that order which the nature of the transaction require. अगर उसमें ऑर्डर नहीं लिखा है कि भाई किस तरीके से करना है, तो जो ट्रांजैक्शन रिक्वायर करता है उसी ऑर्डर से उसको काम करना चाहिए. ओके. थर्ड इज कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ऑफ वन पार्टी प्रिवेंटिंग अनदर फ्रॉम परफॉर्मिंग प्रोमिसेस. सो सेक्शन 53, ये सेक्शन 53 है. सेक्शन 52 था, लास्ट सेक्शन है ना. सॉरी, हियर इट इज नॉट मेंशन. तो सेक्शन 52 ऑर्डर ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ रेसिप्रोकल प्रॉमिस. कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ऑफ पार्टी प्रिवेंटिंग अनदर फ्रॉम परफॉर्मिंग प्रोमिसेस. सी, व्हेन ए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कंटेन्स रेसिप्रोकल प्रॉमिस, अगर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट क्या कंटेन करता है? रेसिप्रोकल प्रोमिसेस. एंड वन पार्टी टू द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट प्रिवेंट्स द अदर फ्रॉम परफॉर्मिंग हिज प्रॉमिस. सी, एक पार्टी परफॉर्म कर रहा है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को, पर अदर पार्टी उसको प्रिवेंट कर रही है कि भाई ये नहीं करना है. द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बिकम्स वॉइडेबल एट द ऑप्शन ऑफ द पार्टी. ओके, जो कोई ना बोल रहा है तो सामने वाला जो कोई करने के लिए तैयार होता है तो वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को वॉइड कर सकते हैं. सो प्रिवेंटेड, एंड ही इज एंटाइटल्ड टू कॉम्पनसेशन फ्रॉम द अदर पार्टी. सो ही कैन क्लेम द कॉम्पनसेशन फ्रॉम द अदर पार्टी बिकॉज द अदर पार्टी इज प्रिवेंटिंग फ्रॉम हिम टू डू ऑल दिस टास्क for any loss which he may sustain in consequences of the non-performance of the contract. See, example देखते हैं यहाँ पे एक. A and B contract that B shall execute a certain work for A for 1,000 rupees. This is A and this is B. Contract that B shall execute certain work for A. Certain work for A for 1,000 rupees. For 1,000 rupees. B is ready and willing to execute the work accordingly. See, B is ready and willing to execute the work accordingly. But A prevents from him. See, A prevents from him from doing so. The contract is voidable at the option of B. See, contract is voidable at the option of B. And if he elects to rescind it, if he elects to cancel it, this person cancel करता है, अगर rescind करता है, he is entitled to recover from A. See, he can recover compensation for any loss which he has incurred by its non-performance. Okay? So next point is effect of default as to promise to be performed first. Performance of mutual and dependent promise. See, when a contract consists of reciprocal promise, अगर contract reciprocal promise का है, such that one of them cannot be performed, or that its performance cannot be claimed till the other has been performed, and the promiser of the promise last mentioned fails to perform it, such promiser cannot claim the performance of the reciprocal promise and must make compensation to the other party to the contract for any loss which such other party may sustain by the non-performance of the contract. See, we will see here the example. P agrees to construct a bungalow. See, here he is a P. He agrees to construct a bungalow. This is a bungalow. For Q. So we have completed these rights and liabilities of in case of joint promises, reciprocal promises and their performance. So here we have discussed about the time and place of the performance also we have discussed. So we have completed this one, and next we'll be taking the video of breach of contract. Okay, see you in the next video.